So picture the scene. You've just started streaming on Twitch and now you want to grow your followers. So how do you do it? In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips on how I went from 0 to 500 followers in just 6 months. So just before we get into the video, I just wanted to share with you all that I do stream over on Twitch. You can find the link here at twitch.tv/Viva la Cabrita. Alternatively, I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can check it out there, as well as all the social media pages. With that said, a couple of disclaimers before we get into the video. The first is that I created the account in late 2019. I did my very first stream in April and I started streaming consistently in May. We're now in November and I've just hit 500 followers, so all in all is about 6 months in total. The other thing worth mentioning is this is just strictly what works for me. If you look on YouTube, you will find thousands and thousands of videos on how to grow your followers on Twitch. However, the tips and tricks that I'm sharing with you in this video are strictly ones that have worked for me. I will also note that I was streaming 2 to 3 times a week. Depending how serious you are in growing your Twitch channel, this can be quite a significant factor in how quickly you're able to get more followers. And with all that said, let's begin.
Number 5.
Number 5. Your choice of game. Again, if you have been doing some research on this already, you would have come across thousands of videos already telling you do not stream saturated games. And it's true, you really shouldn't. Depending what your objectives are as a streamer, you'll want to ensure that your discoverability is as high as it possibly can be. So streaming games like Fortnite and League of Legends, to name a few, really is not the way to go. Now, while I'm not saying it's impossible not to get noticed, the average viewer would have to go through thousands and thousands of pages just to find your channel. Even then, you're not guaranteed that that one viewer who finds your channel is going to stick around and actually engage in your content. Again, and I will emphasize that it's not impossible to get discovered playing these games, but this is a common mistake that I see a lot of new streamers doing and one that I would definitely avoid. What I would advise is going onto Twitch and looking outside the top 20 games that are currently being streamed. And playing those games as opposed to a game that's in the top 10 will definitely increase the chances of people finding and engaging with your content. But more importantly, and I cannot emphasize this enough, stream a game that you are going to enjoy playing. When you first start streaming on Twitch, a big part of it is working out what is your niche. What is it that you're going to do that's going to separate you from the rest of the streamers? These are all questions that you have to think about, as well as how are you going to maintain the audience retention and pique the interest of those viewers who come onto your stream. Also not forgetting that the average stream is somewhere between 2 and 4 hours. So if you're sitting there for a long period of time playing a game that you don't like, this is going to become very apparent to your audience. So let me give you an example. Before I started streaming, I used to really enjoy games like FIFA and FIFA Ultimate Team. And later down the line, I decided on one day that I was going to stream it. When I watched myself back on that stream, I was so concentrated on the match and so focused on not losing that I was completely ignoring everything that the viewers were saying to me. I wasn't very talkative and I was just ignoring my audience, and all in all, didn't make for a fun stream to watch back. Now, it is important to mention that I don't have any personal agenda with people who play those games. It just wasn't for me, and it wasn't the stream or community that I was trying to build. I then decided to try more audience participation games like the Jackbox Party Packs, to where I'd invite some viewers onto the stream chat, with the sole purpose of the streams being just to have fun, don't worry about winning so much, and create a good atmosphere for others. Once I was able to establish that and to work out what works for me, I was able to stream those games more on a frequent basis. And that's how I was able to start building the foundation of my followers, by finding a niche and a series of games that I enjoyed streaming, and streaming those games on a more frequent basis. Especially at the beginning, it can be tough working out what your niche is, but definitely hang in there and be patient with it. It's a lot of trial and error to begin with.
Number 4.
Number 4, get a Discord. This is something that I was going to ignore at the beginning, but I cannot tell you how impactful it's been in terms of growing my audience. When you watch my stream, from time to time you'll see these timer commands go off, usually every 25 to 30 minutes, promoting the Discord. I also, throughout the course of the stream, whether I've just gotten a new follower or there's an empty space in the stream, just to remind the viewers that I do have a Discord. There's also a command for that as well. Having a Discord is a way of giving a platform to your more loyal viewers, where during the week and especially when you're not streaming, they can keep in touch with you and engage with you when you're not live. The reality is that you can't be live 24/7. So having the Discord is a great way of keeping in touch with your audience and those supporting your stream, as well as getting to know them better. But having the Discord server alone is not enough to ensure that people are going to continue to keep coming back to your stream. You need to engage with them. Talk to them about anything. Whether that's about video games or TV series and movies, or if it's about sports or a place to share memes and TikToks, whatever. The point is, engage with your audience so by the time you return to streaming, you're ensuring the likelihood of those people coming back to your stream, as opposed to your audience thinking that you've been inactive for a week, or however long it was since you last streamed. Once you start engaging with your audience, you'll start to develop loads of inside jokes. And this, by the time they return to the stream, will make for a much more personal viewing experience. For instance, on the Cabrita Discord, we have a channel specifically for speaking French, or more literally meaning to share pictures of baguettes. It's totally stupid, but you know what? It works. And that is a big part of streaming. Doing as much of the work when you are offline as opposed to when you're actually streaming. You can also connect your Discord with your Twitch channel and also set up a bot. And what that bot will do is notify everyone in your Discord channel when you are live. This works in addition to the Twitch notification that they already get if they're following you, so it's two ways of notifying your audience as opposed to just one. Typically on Discord with the bot, it can take around 5 minutes or so before everyone gets the notification. So in my case, what I typically do is I start streaming around 8 o'clock Central European time, so I have a stream starting soon screen, to which I then go live 10 minutes before 8 o'clock to give time for the viewers to get the notification and come into the stream, so by the time that I'm officially live, I already have an audience there waiting for me. Again, it's all these small details that really amount to making big differences.
Number 3.
Number 3, get a schedule. A typical mistake that a lot of new streamers make is not having a schedule or creating a schedule and not being able to stick to it. Now, I totally get it that there are lots of different types of streamers, ranging from casual streamers to more hardcore streamers. However, if you're wanting to go for the big time and increase your followers, having a schedule and sticking to it is super important. So I stream around 2-3 times a week, and I make a big effort over the course of the stream to let people know, especially new viewers, what days that we are live. So this has two effects. The first is if that viewer follows you, they now know what days they can expect to find you live or what days to come back to your channel. The second thing is that tells that viewer that you are consistent and that you consistently stream on those days every week, which normally encourages a follow, as a lot of people don't like to follow channels that are inactive or don't have a regular pattern as to when they're live. Having an irregular or spontaneous schedule is totally fine for casual streamers, but if you're really trying to establish yourself, it can be very difficult for your viewers to know when you're going to be live if they don't know what your schedule is or what days that you generally stream. Making sure that people know when you're live means that they're able to come back and find you at those specific times, which means that your numbers are going to increase and allow more people to find and engage with your content. It's all about, again, doing those small things offline so that when you do go live and you are streaming, that you're ensuring your numbers are as high as they can possibly be. That said, if you do want some time off, or you have a problem with your internet, or for whatever reason you can't stream on that day, that's totally fine. Just let people know in your Discord the change of circumstances. If you do have some kind of extended holiday, there's actually a vacation mode on Twitch that you can enable to let people know that you're not here and when you're due to return. But long story short, if you're really wanting to cement your Twitch channel, definitely try and create a schedule and stick to it as much as you possibly can.
Number 2.
Number 2, ask for help. Nobody wants to be streaming to 0 viewers, and guess what? You don't have to. When I first started streaming on Twitch, I roped in a couple of friends to play with me, as well as a few family members and including some online viewers that I already had, and that was enough to take my numbers up to about 9 or 10 people. Just having those people on the stream with me increased my discoverability. It also made the stream look a little bit more lively when someone came in. I did this for about a month or 2 until I knew that I had enough people there that by the time that I went live, I already had an audience there waiting for me. And that in itself is very useful advice. Try and rope in as many people as you can. Whether that's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousins, your friends, your online friends, your grandparents, whatever. Even to this day, it's incredible the amount of people that don't know what Twitch is. But if that's your case and you've got grandparents that have never heard about Twitch before, make them an account and tell them when you're going to be live. Again, just having those people in the stream will not only make your stream more lively, but will also bump up those numbers, increasing your discoverability. It's a horrible feeling, and we've all been there and we've all done it, streaming to no one watching you, or if you're lucky, you've got one person, but you need to take as many precautions as you can to avoid this happening on a consistent basis until you're able to establish your audience.
Number 1.
And finally, number 1, do your research. Now, I've labeled this from 5 to 1, going from least important to most important, although if I had to give the most importance to any of them, it would definitely be this one. People used to tell me before I started streaming how important it was to go into other people's stream and to watch them and to get a general idea, and I didn't realize how valuable that would be until I eventually started streaming myself. Prior to starting my own stream, I worked on and off for a video game company called SnapFingerClick, which I worked for about 2 to 3 years. When I first joined the stream, we had around 100 to 150 followers, although in time that started to grow, with mine and my co-host being the face of the stream. By the time it came to leaving, which was around the same kind of time that I was starting my own channel, I was able to rope in a handful of viewers who came over to support my channel, along with the family and friends who had already joined the stream, was enough to get a bit of recognition and allow for me to start growing the channel. Now, I know most of you probably won't have the same luxury that I had, but what I would strongly advise is finding a streamer that you like and engaging with them and their community. That means hanging out on their stream and on their Discord, and overall creating an online social presence. So here's the thing, I have some channels on my Discord which allow for people to share their YouTube videos as well as their Twitch streams if they're going live. Around 90% of what goes into those channels generally doesn't get much recognition and gets ignored because those people are just people in my Discord and not people that offer any social value to the community. And as a result, people just view it as spam. If a random person is spamming their Twitch channel on a Discord server, the chances are is that person is less likely to get any social engagement, let alone people to watch or view their content, because they're just considered as spamming. Contrary to that, I have some viewers who stream as well in their free time, and every time they post their Twitch channel on the Discord, they're likely to get a handful of people to go and check them out. That's because that person has created enough of a social presence in that community that by the time it's their turn to go live, they already have a handful of people there watching them, even if they're just doing something as simple as just chatting. Equally, before you start streaming, it's a great opportunity to learn more about the stream that you want to create by watching other streamers. Even though everyone is super friendly in the Twitch community and everyone is just trying to help each other grow, you have to think that those people are still your competitors. It's a great way to watch another streamer and to think, what is it that they do that helps them maintain and captivate an audience? What is it that they're doing that's encouraging more people to follow and more people to check out their stream? Also, if there's a specific game that you want to stream, it's a great way of getting an idea as to how popular that game is and if there is an audience for it. Another thing that you can do is join their Discord, and while you're getting an idea as to how their Discord server works, you could also reach out to them and ask them if they have any tips and any pointers for when you start your stream. Although be careful with this, because you don't want to go into someone else's stream just to look like you're trying to benefit yourself. Definitely make sure that you've gotten to know the community a little bit first and that you've been there for a little while already. And there you have it. That was my top 5 tips on how I went from 0 to 500 followers in just 6 months. If you did like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, as well as like this video if you would like to see more content like this in the future. Alternatively, I'll leave my Twitch channel here as well as in the description box below if you guys want to check that out as well. My name is Jamie, aka Viva la Cabrita, and I will see you all in the next video.